Hi, my name's Mark. That's me, the guy with the beard. I'm 33 years old, I'm married to a beautiful woman named Lindsay, and we have a cute little daughter named Hazel. During the day, I work as a letter carrier for Canada Post. When I'm not delivering your parcels and packages, I love to draw. Perhaps you've seen some of my work when you're up swimming and splashing around at the Magic Mountain Water Park, or when you're looking at the wild beasts at the Magnetic Hill Zoo. I'd love for you to draw with me today. So, you will need a pencil, of course, or you could use a pen, and you'll need some crayons or markers to color with, and of course, we'll need some paper too. I'll give you some time to gather the supplies you need. If you need more time, just pause the video and join us when you're ready. Have you got all your things? Alright, let's draw. See if you can figure out what we're going to be drawing today. Jesus, in the Bible, told his disciples he'd make them fishers of men. That's in Matthew chapter 4. Also, did you know that the fish is a common symbol in Christianity? Here's another hint. In John chapter 6, we find the story of Jesus using 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish to feed 5,000 men. Wow, talk about a miracle. So that's right, you guessed it, we're gonna draw a fish. Let's start by drawing an oval shape somewhere near the center of our page, but leave the back edge open a little bit. Whoa, I'm getting seasick here. There we go. Next, connect that opening with a sideways heart shape. There we go, we have a tail fin. You could also do a triangle. On top for the dorsal fin, make a curved line partway from the top of the back to the edge of the tail. Do the same thing underneath, just make it a little bit smaller. Create a curved line about a third of the way back on your fish. This will define the face. Now make an upside down heart shape, but leave the end open a little bit again. Draw a line across the top to show where the fin connects to the body. Now it's time for a big old fish eye. Draw a circle or an oval in the face. You can make it as big or as small as you'd like. Now, draw a pupil inside of that old eyeball. You can do this any size or any color. Let's give this fish some eyelashes. Draw a little smile, or a big one for that matter, somewhere on your fish's face. Put a line across the top, and then another line over the top of that to show his cheek. There, looks pretty happy, doesn't he? Now it's time to add a few details. Put some lines in the fins just to show texture. You can do as many or as little as you'd like. That's the great thing about drawing. You're the artist, you can do whatever you want. There's an endless world of possibilities of things you can do when you're drawing a creature like a fish. God has made so many different species, nobody will know if you're just making something up. It could really exist out there somewhere in the ocean. Now draw a bunch of little 3s. Guess what these are? That's right, the scales. Again, you can do as few or as many as you'd like. Let's draw a curving line somewhere near the bottom of our page. This will represent the ocean floor. Draw little circles and dots and things to represent sand and rocks. You could do other fun things, like a seashell or maybe a little crab. You could even draw a treasure chest if you wanted to. The possibilities are endless. This is your drawing after all. Draw some squiggly vertical lines and bring them back down to where you started. These are going to be, you guessed it, seaweed. At the top of the page, draw a waving line from side to side. This will represent the surface of the water. In the sky above, you could put some fluffy clouds, maybe some birds, maybe a sunshine, an airplane. Again, whatever you'd like to draw. I'm going to put in some bubbles in the water. Simple circles will do. Now it's time for the really fun part. Grab your crayons, markers, pastels, paints, watercolors, pencil crayons, whatever you have with you, and choose a few of your favorite colors. I'm choosing this real cool shade of yellow for my fish's face and fins. While you guys continue to color your fish just how you'd like, I'm going to read you the story I was referring to earlier when Jesus fed the 5,000 men with just 5 loaves and 2 fish. After this, Jesus went across the Sea of Galilee. A huge crowd followed him, attracted by the miracles that they had seen him do amongst the sick. When he got to the other side, he climbed a hill and sat down, surrounded by his disciples. It was nearly time for the feast of Passover, kept annually by the Jews. When Jesus looked out and saw a large crowd had arrived, he said to Philip, "Where can we buy bread to feed these people?" He said this to stretch Philip's faith. He already knew what he was going to do. Philip answered, 200 silver pieces wouldn't be enough to buy bread for each person to get a piece." One of the disciples, it was Andrew, brother to Simon Peter, said, "There's a little boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But that's a drop in the bucket for a crowd like this." Jesus said, "Make the people sit down." There was a nice carpet of green grass in this place. They sat down, about 5,000 of them. Then Jesus took the bread, and having given thanks, gave it to those who were seated. He did the same with the fish. All ate as much as they wanted. Hey, looks like we finished just in time. Great job, guys. Thanks for drawing with me today. I hope you had fun.